Hello, it's Sonia here with Pretty Stitch. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time joining me, I'm so happy to have you here. So today's project, we are going to be making a coffee cup cozy. So I've actually already made one here. So you can see it right here. I still need to weave in the ends. And the nice thing with this project is you can actually make this as wide as you would need and as many rows as you would need to fit around your particular coffee cup. This one fits around a Starbucks one that we have, and it's a really quick project, so if you need a quick gift you could make one of these. I still want to attach a button to it for a decorative element, so here it is. I think that's going to be really cute. So you could make this, get them a little cute little coffee mug or a coffee cup, and buy their favorite coffee as well, and you would have a really nice gift. So why don't we get started for this project. So for this project I am using my J hook or 6mm hook, and I just have some, this actually looks blue on here but it's purple cotton yarn. It's probably like a worsted weight here. Find the end. So we'll get our slip knot going. Looks like she's a splitter. I think I got this as a gift, so hadn't found the right project for it. Alright, so why don't we get started. So for the sample one that I showed, I chained 17. So what you would need to do if you are making it for your particular coffee mug, you would just want to work a chain that would be long enough for your particular coffee cup. Okay, so I have my 17 chains here. So what we're going to do is we're going to work in the second chain from our hook. I'm working in the back bump of my chain, and I am going to work a single crochet. And we're just going to single crochet all the way across, working in the back bump. So at the end of my row, I will have 16 stitches. Now you might have less if you want to make one to custom fit your particular coffee cup. But 16 was the magic number for my particular coffee cup. Keep going here, working my 16 single crochet in the back bump of the chain, and I will meet you back. Okay, so here we go. I've got my first row of my coffee cup cozy, and now I'm going to chain one and turn my work. And we're going to slip stitch, and the reason why I chose this stitch, I do a lot of projects with slip stitch, but for this particular one it has a nice amount of stretch, and it works really well for this type of project because you want something that has a little bit of stretch for your coffee cup so that it fits snugly around there and that you can get it on easily. So I'm just slip stitching all the way across in my back loop of my stitch. So if you're not sure where the back loop is, you're looking at the top of your stitch, the loop that it looks like a V on its side. So there's one leg of your V, and then here's the other leg. So the leg that's farther away from you is the back loop. So we're just doing that all the way across. And when you're working slip stitch, I chose a larger hook because you want your stitches more relaxed. It's very easy to get your stitches too tight, and then it's just really hard to work in them. So using a larger hook and just having a slightly relaxed hand just helps you out with this stitch. And it kind of mimics knitted ribbing a little bit, but it's a little bit sturdier, I guess, I don't know, than that. Not that knitted ribbing is not sturdy, but maybe stiffer. I don't know what I'm trying to say. But anyway, so there is row 2, and this will be the start of our repeat. It's going to be a 4-row repeat. So now we are at row 3. We're going to chain 1 and turn our work. and this is the right side of our work. We're going to slip stitch again in the back loop. So a good rule of thumb with this, because it's kind of hard to tell which loop, there's like loops everywhere. So if you turn it so you're looking at the tops of the stitches, you can easily see the tops of the stitches there, and we're just working slip stitch in the back loop all the way across. So that's why it helps to have a slightly larger hook and a more relaxed hand, because these stitches, they can get tight pretty easily if you're not careful. So then row 4, this is row 3, we're working slip stitch all the way across in the back loop. You're going to do the same thing for row 4. You're going to chain 1 and turn and slip stitch all the way across in the back loop. So I'm going to go do that. I'm going to finish up row 3. I'm going to work row 4, and I will meet you back at the end of row 4. Okay, so I completed row 4. This is a wrong side row. Now we're going to work row 5. This is the last of our repeats. So it is a 4-row repeat, so 2 through 5. So we've chained 1, we've turned our work. This is the right side. So row 5, we're going to work a single crochet right in that same stitch in the back loop. And we're going to continue to just single crochet all the way across for row 5 in the back loop. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to repeat rows 2 through 5 until your coffee cup cozy is long enough to fit around your particular coffee cup. So it'll be looking this way. So for my sample one here, I'll show it to you again. So this one, and I'll probably do the same for this one, I ended up working, you're going to want to end on a row 3. You're going to want to end on a row 3 to complete before we turn it into a circle or like a cuff. It's like a cuff. I ended on a row 3, and then we are going to attach it both ends, and it looks like an almost invisible seam. So here is the seam here, and you can barely tell between this and this that it's a seam, which is really, really nice. So for this one, I ended up working 35 rows, and that was the magic number for me. So that row 35 was a row 3. So my row 36 right here is the joining row here. So I did a total of 36 rows. So I'm going to do the same thing with this. So I will work 35 rows, and it'll work up pretty fast, especially once you get a good rhythm going. It'll work up pretty fast. You can probably make it definitely in less than an hour, and then you would have a nice little gift all set to go. So I'm going to go finish this guy up off camera. I'm going to work my 35 rows. So as I said before, just keep repeating rows 2 through 5, and then you will want to end on a row 3. Okay, so here we go. Here is my coffee cup cozy. I ended up working 35 rows, so that fits my cup pretty well. I mean, I don't want it super loose, but it fits well enough, has a nice, good, snug fit on there, but not so snug that you can't get it on and off easily. All right, so now we actually need to join these ends. So what we need to do is, again, I ended on row 35, so you want to end on a row 3. So I've ended on a row 3, so this is row 35. So we need to work one more row to complete, because this is going to be an almost seamless join here. So we're going to chain 1, we're going to turn our work. So we're going to fold it, and we do want the wrong sides touching. So this is the right side of our work showing. So what we need to do is we're going to work on the ends of row 1 and the ends of our last row. So if you need to work more or less rows, that's completely fine. Just make sure you end on a row 3. So I'm going to insert my hook into that front loop of my first stitch of the ends of row 1, and of course this one's tight, but there we go. And we're going to insert our hook into the back loop of our first stitch right here, and we're going to work that slip stitch. And then I'm going to do that again. So front loop the ends of row 1, back loop the ends of our last row. And you're just going to slip stitch them across, and it creates an almost seamless join, which is really nice, and you don't have to sew this either. So I'm going to keep going, working my final row here, and I will meet you back. Okay, so I have finished stitching across. So as you can see, it is pretty difficult to see where that join is. It really flows nicely with the rest of our coffee cup cozy. So what you need to do is you will need to cut your yarn. And of course you'll need to weave in your ends if you need to block it. And I probably will block this a little bit. This is some cotton yarn. I think it's actually some type of recycled cotton. It's very unique. So I just feel like it kind of needs a little help with blocking, which blocking is amazing with that kind of thing. So I will probably block this guy, and I also like some kind of buttons or something just to kind of cuten it up a little bit. Cuten, I don't think that's a real word, but it is today. Just to, you know, give it a little personality, and it will be all set. And I'll probably gift this to my daughter because it was her idea and she loves coffee. She drinks coffee like it's going out of style. So I will give this to her. And so I hope you enjoyed this project, and if you did, please like and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching.